Bryant, Coach Chris Merritt, the team coming off its open date. They will take on Robert Morris. That is a home game for them. Last time out, they played Rhode Island back on September 30th. So, Coach, thoughts on your team and how that open date went, and we'll go into some questions.
Sure. We needed the open date. Just kind of hit the reset button a little bit. We've been going at it for 10 straight weeks, including camp, and gave us a chance to kind of reevaluate where we're at, sit back and tool some things, and get some guys back healthy that we've been missing for the last few weeks.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to questions. Nick, if you got questions, you can ask as many as you like if you'd like to start.
Okay. Thanks, Kyle. Morning, Chris. How are you?
Hey, Nick.
So I just wanted to ask you, in terms of having that bye week, reset, middle of the season, I'm sure it comes at a great time. Just how important is it you want to work on things, as a team, but also just sort of getting that small little mental break in the middle of a grind of the season?
Yeah, no, the mental break was definitely something that coaches and players needed to get a break from. One of the things that we always find out during the week of preparation is you need more time. What this week does is it gave us more time. It's one thing to recognize things you have to work on and things you've got to get better at that your next few opponents are definitely going to attack. But it's having the time to address it and having the time to get things done because of your 2-hour practice is a pretty valuable real estate in which you invest in that time, and that real estate's important. So give us 3 or 4 extra days to kind of look at it and take a breather. But most importantly, we got some guys that have been dinged up that we're getting back with us, which will be a big improvement for us moving forward these last 6 weeks.
And offensively, against URI, I know earlier on in the season, you had talked about some of the slow starts with your team. You got off to a pretty good start in that game. Just did it sort of click for you guys on that side of the ball? What worked there, and how can you sort of carry that over?
Yeah, it's amazing when you execute what you practice. It's kind of strange how the success on the field takes place. And I was a little concerned right away when Rhode Island came down and scored in less than a minute and a half, and but the way the offense responded and for the first 3 drives looked like a good football team until we had some things pop up at us that we took time this week to address. So, I was confident or felt good about that start, and hopefully we can put those things together here these last 6 weeks doing the same thing.
And then just initially, your thoughts when you see Robert Morris on tape, what do you see? Maybe some of the, traits, characteristics of their team.
Well, listen, I've known Bernard Clark for many years. He come in and recruited my school for, I don't know, 3 or 4 different schools that he coached at. So he's a guy that I know very well. I know last year they had a tough season, but they are much improved. They're much improved from what they were. Their record indicates that. Their offense is fun to watch. You watch them; they have a lot of gadgets and gimmickry and things like that. And so our guys got to be on our toes and have to be disciplined. But we've circled the start of conference play for a long time, and this is something for us that we want to come out quick, come out strong, and start off conference play the right way.
That's all for me. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
I don't know how I always end up asking this every week, Coach, but Coach Clark talked about the weather this morning and how 2 Florida guys aren't going to like what the weather's going to be like this weekend. So I just want to pass along. He was already concerned about the weather.
Yeah, I give up, man. I don't know. My rain gear is just now drying out from the last 5 games. So how the hell a team can go to Las Vegas and have it rain on you and then turn right around and play 4 more straight games in the water? I don't know. So like I told you, I think the last time, I think you could schedule car washes based off our game schedule right now.
I do have one follow-up on that. So if you have a game plan going in and the weather just doesn't allow it, no matter what it is, how do you adjust to that? What goes behind those kind of decisions? Like, hey, we can't do X, we got to do Y.
Yeah, ironically, when we suspect it, we practice it. And, this is something that we may change a little bit more emphasis or focus. It all depends on, this sounds goofy, but it all depends on the type of rain that we're getting. Rhode Island was wet, but it was windy more than anything else. Princeton, that was a bar soap. It didn't matter who had the football. We had to be careful, and our passing game had to be more quick, controlled, fast, passing game wise, and then we had to run the football. So, the thing is that it's not going to be wet for us and dry for them. So at the end of the day, we just both teams got to go out and do what they do best in those conditions, and then execute.
Nick, anything else? You good?
No, I'm good. The poor meteorologist keeps running to his office and not saying hello to anybody at our station all the time. So believe me, he's trying, but he can't solve the problem either. So sorry, Chris.
Man, I tell you what, the people around here, we crack up. It rains on Saturday and Sunday, and then the sun comes out on Monday.
I know. It's
a lot of ticked off New Englanders around here.
Well,
That's living here, though, I'll tell you.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Kyle. Take care, bud.